Osborne? Osborne Cox?
Who is this?
Is this Osborne Cox?
Who is this? What time is it? Who are you?
I'm a good Samaritan. I'm sorry I'm calling at such an hour, but I thought you might be worried.
Worried?
About the security of your shit.
What on earth are you talking about? Who am I speaking to?
Your files, the documents. I know these documents are sensitive, but I am perfectly willing to give back to you your sensitive shit. You know, at a time of your choosing.
What documents are you talking?
Osborne Cox?
Yes, this is...
Hello, it's Osborne Cox. Who the fuck are you?
What documents are you talking about?
Okay. The bureau chief in Belgrade, we all call Slovak the Butcher. He had very little rapport with his staff and his dispatches.
Rapport.
Very little rapport with his staff, fucking moron.
How did you get this? Who the
Don't
fuck
blow a
are you?
gasket, Osborne.
Listen.
We have...
You are
It's
in
not important
way
where...
over your fucking head. I don't know
Who the fuck you are, but you have no idea what you're doing.
Oh? Why so uptight, Osborne Cox? I'm just a good Samaritan, a traveler on the
Tell
road.
him. I'm going to give him back. I just thought that he would like to maybe know. And tell him about that Good Samaritan tax.
Who is that? Hello?
Don't tell him he's inconveniencing us.
Hello? Who the fuck is this?
You know, this is a major inconvenience for us, and we just thought a reward.
So it's money. You want
Well,
money? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Listen to me.
Am I out of line here?
Listen to me.
You two clowns. Listen to me very, very carefully. You have no idea what you're doing.
And I warn you.
You
most
warn us.
emphatically.
You warn us.
Yes.
You warn us. Let me tell you something, Mr. Intelligence.
Let me-
We warn you.
Listen.
We will call you back with our
Cut.
demands.
Cut. Hello?
Chad.
Listen.
Don't. No, Chad. Don't play his
Let's
game.
explain how this will
Sorry.
work.
Houston, we have a problem.
Give me all you got!
What I do have, a very particular set of skills.
Give me back my son! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Howdy.
It's been a minute since we watched movies.
Well, I watch movies all the time, but for this podcast, it's been a while. But the people,
Actually, it's not.
the people don't know that because to them,
don't-
it's a week later, right?
They don't know.
They don't know our
exactly. You know, by the time this comes out, we will have. And Matt, I know you're not in the States, so you don't really care, but we will have a new president here in the States. We will have a new president-elect. And I just want to take the time right now to say congratulations, Mr. or Mrs. President.
That's incorrect, actually. By the time this comes out, it'll be the third week of October.
Oh well, I'm a few weeks ahead, so go ahead and just cut that out and
Nope, that's
paste
staying
it
in.
back.
It's staying in.
Paste it back in for 2 or 3 episodes after this. I'm gonna count on you to do that in post.
Yeah, okay. Or what I'll do is keep it in this one, and then if I remember, I'll paste it in the other one anyway. Then it'll be in both.
So paste it, but then also I will say it again. So paste it right before I say it again.
Yeah.
So that way I say it and then I say it again. Kind of like how we have the one segment where I keep saying spin that wheel and it just keeps carrying over.
Except you ruined it last time, so we stopped that. But so this will be the new thing. And people who listen to this episode first will like get a little special thing because they'll hear it in this episode, be like, "Oh, he's early," and then weeks later they'll be like, "There it is."
I'm trying to remember. I was just thinking about Alien Romulus for some reason. Did you see Alien Romulus yet?
I have not seen it yet. No.
Oh, what are you doing? I need to talk badly about one of the scenes with you.
I know what scene you're talking about. I've heard about this scene. Unless it's a different scene that you're not, that like, you're like, I hate this just as much. But I feel like I know what scene you're talking about.
Is it the aliens reference? Get away from her, you bitch.
Okay. I did hear about this scene, but I was thinking of the other bad scene.
So let me do this one, and then I think I know the other one you're talking about. So the main character has an android that she treats like a brother, and he's very like, nervous, very shy, very quiet, kind of a broken droid. And then at one point he fights off a xenomorph when 0 G's hits the station that they're in, and then they fall down together. The gravity comes back on, and then he shoots it. And he's like, "Stay away from her." And you think if they had stopped right there, I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, that worked." And then he's, "You bitch." It's like, okay,
I hate that.
all right. Like if they had stopped before the "you bitch," I would be like, "Oh, that's a fun little callback." This character, but it's like that character wouldn't have said that. He's just this shy little robot guy. And then there was another scene. There's incest in the new Alien movie.
Oh, wow.
There's a pregnant character, and she is the sister of the main love interest of. She is the sister of the love interest of the main character, and their cousin is along for the ride. And there's one point where she's like, "I'm pregnant," and she won't divulge who the father is to the main character.
Oh no.
And then the cousin gets back to the ship, and like the cousin and the sister character survive something, and they kind of embrace. But it's like one of those embraces where it's like, ooh,
God.
I don't hug my cousin that way.
That's almost as bad as the terrible callback.
And I think the director went on to confirm that, like, yeah, that cousins be fucking in space.
Oh God. That's
What scene were you referencing?
The resurrection of a long dead actor.
Yep, it's in there.
Yeah. Terrible.
It's jarring.
I hate that.
I think it's if you know that he's dead, it's jarring. If you don't know that he's dead, I think you get away with it, because I'm sure it's been used in a movie where I didn't realize someone was dead.
Does the effect at least look good? Like, does it look like a real person or whatever? Or is it like, is it like fucking CGI Luke Skywalker?
See, whenever I suspect AI stuff, I always look for the lips to, like, do that thing where like they kind of bounce back up between words. Just a smidge. You can catch it if you're really looking. I didn't see it, but still, it was really fucking weird. Like, there's something about him that didn't look right, and I knew he was dead. I knew this actor was dead, but I wasn't sure wasn't sure if it was like they cast somebody that looked like him, and I was like, whoa, how the fuck did they find him? Because sometimes they find someone that really looks like the person.
Yeah, that's what they used to do.
But no, like this one came up, and I didn't think it was AI at first, but then once he started talking, I was like, oh yeah, there it is.
It bugs me so much because, like, even if you want to bring back a previous android, like Lance Hendrickson is still alive.
You could. You've used so many different droids.
Yeah, like stupid. I hate like I hate when these sequels, like, we got to do this thing and show reverence to the series. It's like, no, because like the people in the movie don't know they're in an alien movie. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Well, and so in the theater, I thought it was a good time. I thought it was fun because this was my first Alien in theaters that I was actually seeing. And I don't know, it felt weird because the movie, it's not all callbacks, but each 30 or 40 minutes of the movie feels like a nod to like a certain Alien movie. Like, there's 40 minutes of the movie that feel like Alien. There's 40 minutes of the movie that feel like Aliens. There's stuff in there that reminds you of Prometheus and the one after Prometheus, Covenant. There's Alien 3 stuff, believe it or not.
Oh God.
It's like, okay, it's cool that you're doing all this, but you could have done something cool that was your own little thing.
Yeah, like I saw the new Beetlejuice Fun movie, good movie. Probably Tim Burton's best movie since he sold his soul to CGI. But there's like a couple of things in it that I'm like, you're just redoing the first one. Do something else.
Something from the trailer that bugged me. It was doing the requel thing where like the characters from the first movie are famous for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually a plot point.
Is it done well, or is it like, I fucking hate you?
Okay, so this isn't really a spoiler, so I'll just say. So Lydia like hosts like a paranormal TV show where she like helps people like talk to ghosts or whatever. Like if their house is haunted, like she'll go to the house. She's one of those ghost hunter shows.
Did they explain why Lydia's ghosts are no longer around? Did they explain why Alec Baldwin was too busy to be on set?
Yeah, she said that they moved on.
Okay. Alec had some litigious issues going on, some legal battles and going on during filming. We couldn't get him back.
There's also a great explanation for why her pedophile in real life father is not in the movie.
Do they give him a tasteful send away?
They give him what he deserves.
They show like a grave and like they didn't even etch anything into it. Like they were just like, you don't got. They told the props master like, we don't fucking care.
I really wanna just say it, but I don't want to spoil it. But by the time this episode comes out, that movie's gonna already be on VOD. So should I just spoil it?
Do it. And then put something in the show notes, and then people can forgive you.
Okay. I'm about to spoil Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, slightly. I mean, it's not a huge plot point, but it's just, if you don't want to know, skip like 2 minutes or whatever. So basically, he dies. The reason Lydia has to go back to like her old house or whatever, like the old town, is because he dies. They have to have the funeral. And what there's a little claymation animated sequence as Catherine O'Hara is explaining how he died that like reenacts it. So what happens is he was on a bird watching expedition and the plane crashed and he survived and it crashed into the ocean and everybody else on the plane survived, but he was eaten by a shark. And so what they have is like, because it's Beetlejuice, so obviously like they can show him in the afterlife, but so the entire top half of his body was eaten by a shark. So it's just like legs and like the bottom half of a torso with a giant shark bite, like that cut off half of it. And they have like someone voicing him to have lines when he's in there, like asking like the receptionist or whatever. And every time he talks, blood spurts out of his spinal cord.
I love that. I do love that. When they were looking for a writer for this, they're probably like, that was probably the question they were asking. They're like, all right, we've got a pedophile issue. So and whoever, I'm not aware of who wrote, but they're like, oh, we have him eaten by a shark. It's the old school method where they're like, oh, the dean and the asshole ex-boyfriend. The asshole ex-boyfriend drives his car off the fucking bridge into the dean and they explode. Like the worst characters that everyone hates, we need to fucking brutally murder.
Yeah. Like I was prepared, like they're gonna probably like kill him off or like just, right? I was like, at worst, they're divorced, whatever, right? But you can't really do that because, like Lydia would still talk to him or whatever, right? So I was prepared they're probably gonna kill him off or they'll probably say he died like before. I was not prepared for what they did.
Are they heartbroken by it, or is enough time passed? Like, no, my pedophile daddy, like, what's...
I mean, like, they're upset, right? Like, because, like, in universe, like, that's my dad. Right. And they go to the funeral or whatever. But it really is just, like, it's a plot point to get them back to that, like, town. And,
it's a creative solution.
Yeah. Right. And it's peppered in there like, they're still mourning and whatever, and they're upset about it. And Catherine O'Hara is mourning, and that's part of her little subplot. But, like, it's very much like, this is what happened to him, and that's what gets us here. I
still kind of want to see it.
That's pretty good.
I've heard mixed things, but I do want to. I was supposed to see it today, but I ended up doing lunch instead. So maybe when it hits the VOD.
It's it hits the VOD in October, so. But yeah, it's not as good as the first one, obviously, but Michael Keaton's still great. Yeah, Michael Keaton's still great. Winona Ryder's still great. Catherine O'Hara's still great. Tim Burton's doing practical effects again. Great.
Good for him.
It all looks great. But yeah, anyway,
You didn't say Jenna Ortega was great. Are you throwing shade at Jenna Ortega right now?
no, she's great too. I was really just listing the people who were also in the first one.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jenna Ortega was there in spirit.
Yeah. No, she's good. She's good. Her plot is very good. Her little plot. She's the I don't
Is
want to
she
say
Lydia's daughter in the movie?
she is Lydia's daughter. I was gonna say she's the heart of the
Okay.
movie, but that's so cliche, so I'm not gonna say it.
Did it feel like a love letter to the first one?
No, it just felt like a continuation. It just felt like a sequel.
So you're telling me they didn't like there weren't like little nods to the first one where it just tugged at your heart. It wasn't a love letter. Come on, man.
No, like there were those moments where like I was like you're just doing the first one. And like those moments kind of like I was like, but like overall, good movie.
It's a love letter to the first movie.
You know what it is?
But hey,
It's a love letter when Tim Burton made good movies. That's what it's a love letter to.
The only thing a love letter is worth. My brain broke in the middle of that. You know what you should do? You know what you should do with the love letter? You should burn it.
It's been 15 minutes. I'm Matt.
And I'm Nick.
Yeah, and welcome to Stand and Watch. only dad movie podcast on the market because we killed all the other dad podcasters.
We did find a few. We kept saying that there weren't any others, and then we found a few, and they were like, "Fuck, we got to kill these guys," and now they're dead.
Yeah. Just don't look into it. Just it's better for everybody involved if you don't look into it, and just they went peacefully. That's all you have to know.
All I'm saying is podcasters die every day. Who's gonna miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other podcasters. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. Forget you heard anything.
Not even their families.
Matt, edit this out. I don't trust the people listening. I don't trust them. Take it out.
It's more fun
Take it
for
out.
me. It's more fun for me to leave it in.
Gross. But as my perfect segue alluded to, this might be my favorite movie we've watched for the podcast.
Really? Because
Yeah, I was looking back. At all the other ones we've watched.
I feel like we said that last time also.
But it just keeps getting we keep getting good movies. I'm kind of concerned. I was watching this and I was like, we need to start watching some bad movies.
Well, you know what? We'll put some. Should we intentionally put bad movies on the next wheel?
We should. It should be a healthy mix.
Yeah.
Because if we're watching nothing but good movies, we're going to start getting jaded about them.
I guess, but it's quite fun to watch a good movie.
Like the worst movie we've watched is probably The Gentleman, the Nazi killing gentleman.
Yeah,
And that was still a pretty good movie.
that's true. That was. Well, here's the thing, right? Because I feel like, and this is the secret sauce to a dad movie. A bad dad movie still pretty good.
Yeah, because it's sucked you in enough to be like, all right, I'll watch this crap. I don't care.
Because even a bad dad movie is good enough to be like, it's on TV. I'm on the couch.
Right. And TNT and TBS and all those channels that have the movies, they don't pay for shit. They're like, oh, hey, here's $1 million, Fox. Give us that Deadpool. Nom, 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 nom. Watch this, you fucking pigs, to slop.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we can start intentionally putting bad movies on the wheel. I know I put some movies on this wheel, and I know you put some movies on the wheel that we haven't seen yet. So there's always the chance that we don't like those.
Right. There's a good chance.
Yeah, there's a good chance. But we could certainly be like, I know this movie's bad, but it's going on the wheel.
I think there was one movie that I've outright hated. I'm blanking on it because it's been a few weeks now.
Ambulance?
Ambulance, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
you hated Ambulance. You hated
We
Ambulance.
need more ambulance.
Incorrectly, I might add, since Ambulance is a great movie. But we'll chalk it up to the fact that you watched it on a plane.
I should have been watching it with my system at home.
Yeah. I said this when we talked about it. I'll say it here. You hated the plane. You didn't hate the movie. You plop on the couch and watch that on your big screen, and you're gonna bump that up at least a star and a half.
I think next season we're gonna have to rewatch. We're gonna have to do a rewatch, an ambulance rewatch.
Maybe.
Make it a special episode. Make it a Patreon episode. Yeah, yeah. Then the people can really know how I feel. But I hated Ambulance. I did not hate this week's movie.
No, it's a great movie.
It's a very good movie. Do you want me to go ahead and introduce the movie?
Go
I don't
right
think
ahead.
we've outright said the name yet. This week's movie
is the title.
Here is the title.
Yeah.
This week's movie is Burn After Reading, a 2008 black comedy film by Joel and Ethan Coen, aka the Coen brothers. I can't believe this movie's already 16 years old, by the way. It's a lot of names, George Clooney, Frances McDormand, John Malkovich, Tilda Swinton, Richard Jenkins, and Brad Pitt, just to name a few. Man, this movie is stacked just across the board. Like, everyone's brought their A game. I don't know. Let me give you a little bit of the synopsis here. Where's the actual? I'm on the goofs. Hold on.
You're on the goofs?
I'm on the goofs.
No. That's for later. The goofs are for later.
Goofs are for later. Burn After Reading is, like I said, a black comedy. Disc containing a mysterious information from a CIA agent ends up in the hands of two unscrupulous and daft gym employees who attempt to sell it. That's it. That's the movie. It's the movie. Go home. Get out of here, guys. That's it.
Yeah, what a picture. I mean, if you listened to last episode, you would have known we got this on the wheel, and you would have also watched it. So you all know how good of a movie it is. And everything we're about to say, you're going to agree with us implicitly.
So I wanted to see awards-wise what this was nominated. I'm not seeing any. The Academy showing it no love, if I'm seeing this correctly.
The Academy never shows love to comedies. Shameful.
Yeah, it's really just
shameful.
Well, Fargo's a comedy.
Yeah, but it's also like a crime thriller thing. Like, the Academy does not like straight comedies. You have to be something else.
So the fact that it's a comedy, and then also the fact that we gave the Coens their flowers last year, the year before or 2 years before with No Country for Old Men. You guys get out of here. Get out of here, you little troublemakers. Get out.
No, this was a year. This was only 1 year after No Country for Old Men.
Really?
Yeah, because that was 2007. This is 2008.
This was their
follow-up.
Departed. It's a good follow-up.
Yeah.
I think after something as heavy as No Country for Old Men, you needed something a little sillier, something to be like that movie. That movie is like nothing but death and sadness, and this movie is like nothing but stupidity and one death or two deaths, and that's it.
Oh, I love how the Coens are like, we're either gonna make a really dark movie about the depths of greed, or we're gonna make a really silly movie about the stupidity of greed.
Where's True Grit on that list?
A little bit of both.
Okay. It's probably been 14 years since I've seen True Grit. I think I'm due for a rewatch.
I've been due for a rewatch also, and I was like, you know what? I'll save it for the podcast.
That would be a good one for the wheel. Yeah. That, and I just saw Michael Clayton just popped up somewhere, and I'm like, yeah, we should watch Michael Clayton too.
Yeah, and another movie with George Clooney and Tilda Swinton.
Tilda, I did not realize that was Tilda until like 20 minutes into the movie.
Really?
Really, like, because I've grown so used to her short blonde hair that her having long red hair, I was like, who is that? Who is this beautiful woman married to George Clooney? Oh, it's not married. She's cheating with George Clooney. Everyone's fucking each other. It's a Coen movie.
Yeah, this was the first Tilda Swinton movie I ever saw. So I always my default image of her is her in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Trying to think what other Tilda Swinton, what first movie I saw her in. Did not know she was 63. That threw me off. What else is throwing me off is that Wikipedia gives everyone a separate page for their filmography now.
That's how you know it's a good filmography.
How you know it's a good one, but also like, you're killing me.
Killing me,
Killing
Smalls.
me, Wikipedia. I haven't seen The Beach, so I haven't. No. Oh, she was the White Witch in the Chronicles of Narnia. I did not know that.
I've not seen Narnia.
You've not seen Narnia?
Somehow it missed me when I was like that came out when I was a kid. Too. I was prime Narnia age, and it just nope.
You don't have. Oh wow, she was still in because there were Narnia movies coming out for a good 5 years. It looks like, and she stuck to it.
Wow.
You know, I think the first Tilda Swinton movie I saw was Moonrise Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah, I was really late till the Tilda Swinton party. Man, what a filmography! Oh my gosh, it just keeps going.
It keeps going until it's absolute zenith of Doctor Strange.
Should we break down the stupid? Can we summarize the stupidity of this movie? Just the stupidity of the characters.
Well, you know what? The stupidity of all the characters is actually one of my ups. So maybe we should do our dad-approved Letterboxd reviews.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Let me pull mine. That's
right.
Asmongold. That is not my letterbox.
Okay, I have two, so I'll read mine while you're looking for yours.
Okay.
All right. This review comes to us from Lubchansky, who is not a pro or patron member of Letterboxd. And they gave this movie 4.5 stars, essentially perfect. People who don't like this are cretins, fools of the highest order.
I tend to agree with them.
Yeah.
You said you had two of those?
I did. Have you not found yours yet?
I found mine. I didn't know if you wanted to do a bang bang, but here's mine.
Yeah.
I pulled this from Jules, who is not subbed on Letterboxd or anything. Fix it, Jules. Fix it. She gave it 4 stars and a heart. And she wrote, and I tend to agree with this, Brad Pitt dances a lot, and John Malkovich says fuck a lot. What isn't there to love?
Yeah, no, that's valid. Absolutely valid. This is actually it's a good thing I had you read that first, because this very similar. This one here is from Just Call Brandon, who is a patron on Letterboxd. He gave this 3 stars, which I don't agree with. And he said, Brad Pitt doing a little dance was worth the $2 I spent on this DVD at a shady garage sale. Which, you know what? It's true. It's a good dance.
I do miss finding DVDs at shady garage sales.
It's yeah.
It's a good pastime.
It's a lost art. That and the Walmart bin.
I feel like the Walmart bin's nothing but junk that they've had for years now.
Yeah, but it used to be because that's what it is now, because they don't really sell fucking DVDs anymore. But when they did sell lots of movies, that huge bin of $2 DVDs, you dig around enough, you're gonna find some gold.
Right. I don't think my Walmart has them anymore. I haven't seen a DVD bin.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them. I don't know if mine have them anymore either. But when they did, is what I'm saying. It's a lost.
I got you.
It's a lost art.
I hope physical media sees a comeback, and then those bins come back, and cycles in, cycles out.
Yeah.
Physical
music made a comeback, so I think we're good.
Vinyl's in right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to eat some sandwiches?
Yeah, we're gonna eat some criticism sandwiches. Nice little dislike patty in between 2 nice buns. Bun number 1. All right.
Is that what we call top bun, or the bottom bun now? Bun number 1.
What did we used to call the top bun?
Nothing. I wonder if there's someone, because you have the top bun and the bottom bun. I wonder if there's some sick fuck out there. It's bun number 1, me. Bun number 2. Sorry, it's midnight. It's midnight here. My brain is frizzle frazzled.
All right. Well, we mentioned this up top, so I'll mention it again. My first everybody in this movie is an incredible moron.
They are some of the right up there with Fargo. Some of the dumbest characters.
I think they might be dumber than the characters in Fargo.
Who's not John C. Reilly, the main culprit behind all the Fargo stuff.
William H. Macy.
Yeah, his character, it's like they took his character and said, but what if that was everybody?
Yeah. Just everybody. Everybody. I called out everybody in this movie for my notes here. Like George Clooney is just he's like a super paranoid sex pest. And they all have their own little quirks. Like you watch it, you'll notice like George Clooney, he'll walk in a room every time, he'll be like, these are nice floors. What is this, pine? And like, it's such a weird little quirk, but you're like, it's fucking hilarious. And like, after the first time I saw this movie, I was like, for like weeks afterwards, I'd go into rooms and be like, this is a nice floor. What is this, pine?
He's just so, like, he's just this handsome guy that is just like so pathetic.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you catch on to his game, you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking loser.
He always thinks like somebody's watching him, somebody, there's something going on, and it's like you're a nobody, bro.
Like, chill the fuck out. You're a treasurer.
Oh, Francis
Nobody cares.
Oh, Francis McDormand is just this just a complete.
Yeah. You have to say her name. You have to say her name the way she says it.
Linda Litsky.
I'm Linda Litsky.
Oh, you said this. You messaged this to me. Like, she's like the okie dokie girl.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, just an incredibly like in over her head Midwestern lady who thinks she's like doing something. Oh.
Well, and she's just this sad drivel of a woman that's like, oh,
yeah, I need to have
people will like me if I'm beautiful.
I gotta have these cosmetic surgeries. It's gonna be, gonna have the best version of Linda Litsky. Like,
well, the thing about her is like, in the beginning, it does seem like there's some interesting stuff about her. Like the way she says Linda Litsky, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like, it seems like this would be a fun person to talk to.
Yeah, she seems like a decent human, like, being, right? Like, she seems like she's a decent lady. She's from the Midwest. She works at a gym. She's just trying to, get a date or whatever. She's friends with Chad. And it's like, and then you learn more about what she's doing. Like, oh, I gotta have these surgeries. Do whatever can have. And it's like, what? Like, lady? Ugh.
Well, and the inside starts to look more like the outside. And you're like, fuck you, Linda.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm just gonna keep going through these characters. Richard Jenkins as just like the sad sap gym manager, who he shouldn't be involved in any of this, and he's kind of smart enough to not be, but he's such like a meek little man that he can't help it. You look. I actually think you look great, Linda. Actually.
He's simping. He was simping before everyone was simping.
Yeah. John Malkovich. John Malkovich is like this. I don't even want to call him a mid-rank CIA analyst. He's a low-rank CIA analyst.
You know what he reminded me of?
Who?
Like working, like trying to get managers and stuff and work with managers as a writer. Like, it reminds me of like this mid-level or lower-level manager that doesn't really rep anybody and hasn't really like attached to anyone who sold anything, but they're out giving like big advice and think like they're like God's gift to like the profession. Like John Malkovich's character Osborne Cox is that. Like, he doesn't really have all that classified information, but he's like, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm gonna write a memoir.
Yeah, and it's he's just a rage-filled man who thinks he's some like intellectual superior, but he's just a fucking idiot.
So dumb. Like, I mean, his wife is cheating on him. Nobody takes him seriously. He's too stupid to realize like he's not important at all. He's not self-aware, and because I mean, the reason he gets fired is his drinking problem. He's like, drinking problem? Oh, you're fucking Mormon.
Yeah, you're a Mormon. Everyone has a drinking problem next to you, and it's like the whole movie. He's always got like a scotch in his hand.
When he breaks into his home or his former home, and first things first, and goes to the liquor cabinet. It's like, oh, you fucking fool! You're so stupid.
Oh, and then and he's not a main character in this, but I have to give a shout out to J.K. Simmons as the head of the CIA, who's just he's just routinely throughout the movie informed of what's happening, and he's just like as confused as everybody else. Like, just an incredible, like, what the fuck is going on performance.
If this movie like had gotten like any attention from the Academy, I think J.K. Simmons would have got a supporting.
Like he's so good. Like you can tell he's like I don't really care about what's happening. I think, but maybe I should. I think, but
he's the audience. He's the
like,
audience stand-in. Like if you're someone who watches a Coen movie and you're like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know any of these people. I hate all these people.
Yeah.
Like he's the audience stand-in. Yeah.
There's one more cast member that I gave them their own note. So if you have a different like, go for it.
Let me look at this. I mean, the only one that isn't really dumb. There's a few, but like Elizabeth Marvel is Sandy, which is George Clooney's wife. Who, I mean, George Clooney's cheating on her the whole movie, and then just becomes this sad sack once he realizes she's cheating on him. And I was proud of her. I was like, yeah.
I mean, I don't even think he realized. I don't even think she. Well, she's like, it's like she doesn't get a lot of screen time, but
no.
And I'll get into that later. But like, I don't even think he's sad because he realizes she's also cheating on him. He's just like, oh, she's leaving me. Like, bro, you're sleeping around like once a week. What are you sad for?
You'll be fine, bro.
Yeah,
you worried she's gonna take half your sex chair?
Yeah, like you'll be fine. You look like George Clooney. You'll be okay.
The divorce lawyer like pursuing him, and he gets him down on the ground. And I forget the name of the firm that he's with, but he just every time he says it, I just chuckled.
Who the fuck was it? Tuckman Marsh.
Tuckman Marsh. And I think I've seen that actor in other movies. Like he's just really, just a really good like character actor. I'm ashamed to know this, but he played the comic book store owner in Big Bang Theory. Really?
Yeah. I'm like 99% sure it's the same guy.
Hey, it's a good gig if you can get it.
Yeah, but like, Tuckman Marsh. You're Tuckman Marsh? No, I work for Tuckman Marsh.
And then he's even like, grow up.
George. Yeah, it's like your wife hired Tuckman Marsh. Tuckman Marsh hired me. My wife's leaving me. He walks away all sad and crying. Fucking little nerdy guy. Grow up. Happens to everybody. Oh,
good character. Good little character that comes into the movie and gets out.
Yeah. Should we? Let's talk about Brad Pitt.
I think Brad Pitt is the star of the movie. Brad
Pitt gives a comedic performance of the ages in this. I'm gonna go so far as to say this is one of the greatest comedic performances of the 21st century.
I think, I'd be inclined to agree. Brad Pitt is he should do more comedy stuff. He did a Dave episode last year where him and Dave are being held hostage by a fan. It's the funniest half hour of TV I've seen in a while.
Did you ever see when he randomly appeared on the Jim Jeffries show as the weatherman?
Yes, he was amazing in that. I just saw Jim Jeffries last week, and then I thought about that, and I was like, oh yeah, Brad Pitt did show up for that.
Brad Pitt is like a secret comedic genius, the same way Ryan Gosling is a secret comedic genius. Or like, it's not a secret for Ryan Gosling anymore, because like he does it more now, but like Brad Pitt still doesn't really do comedies, but like he's a secret comedic genius, because there's not a single line read in this that isn't the greatest line read of all time.
His face acting throughout the movie. He gets in the car with John Malkovich, and like he'll say a line, and then his face will be like reacting to what Osborne Cox is saying, and then he'll remember. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, wait, I'm the bad guy here," and he'll like tighten up his face.
Yeah, like his
multiple times.
His little serious, I'm a serious guy squints.
He tightens up his lips because he's sitting there with like the dumb look of,
and you see his little, he's not just doing his squints, like you see his eyes like shifting back and forth like he's looking for something. Like, I'm a big serious guy, better make sure nothing's going on. Fucking Oh, all of his body movements, just like it's a tour de force.
His gym outfit is great. I hope that was like a big Halloween costume that year.
I don't know, but oh my god, listen. Brad Pitt should be a 2-time Oscar winner, and this should have been his first.
Yeah. This was just and he's only in half the movie.
Yeah, and like I don't know what his total screen time is, but my god, like he's like he probably has like the least amount of screen time out of like all like the main characters, but like by god, you'd never know it if you didn't time it.
He's just fucking chewing every scene up, just fucking
everything, every line he has is delivered with the precision of like someone who's been studying comedy their entire life. Like professional comedians do not deliver lines this funny.
Him complaining about having to wear a suit every time they're gonna try and do a drop off.
Oh, the way that when he makes the first phone call to Osborne Cox. First of all, every time he talks to he says his full name. He never says Mr. Cox, Osborne. He always says Osborne Cox. Incredible touch. But like the first phone call, you can see anytime he doesn't know what to say, he just like is like, Osborne Cox? Like whenever like he's like I am just a good Samaritan, a traveler on the road. I can't even quote it without laughing.
I do wish Chad was in more of this movie.
Is this Osborne Cox? Yeah, this is Osborne Cox. I thought you'd might like to know about the security of your shit. It's like, what are you talking about? Is this Osborne Cox?
Just the fact that nothing of importance was ever at risk with any of these people. Fucking, they get, because fucking John Malkovich's wife is leaving him. So really what's on the disc is all their financials. It doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, it's a little bit of his memoirs and some financials.
And John Malkovich thinks it's all his memoirs, and he thinks like these secrets are gonna get out, but really those secrets were shit.
Yeah, because he's like a level 3. Yeah,
everyone thinks there's a big ball at play here, but there was never a ball at all for any side.
It's just nothing. It's just nothing for everybody. They all think they're in like an espionage, like a Robert Redford espionage thriller, and they're just in nothing. They're in it. I love a movie where the whole thing could be solved if anyone just had a rational conversation, but they're too stupid to have a rational conversation. So it's just yelling, and they all think something's going on. Like they find this disc, and it's like, oh, this is like some government shit, and it's full of, as I'm going to quote Brad Pitt here, numbers and dates and numbers and dates and numbers and dates.
I forget his name, but the other Hard Bodies employee that found the disc, I found it on the floor.
Yeah. And like it was just like the divorce lawyer's assistant like left it there.
Yep. He just they cut. I forget the exact line, but he's like, they basically cut the guy out of it who finds it. He's like, hey, don't tell anybody. Don't say a thing. And I found it on the floor.
It's just everybody's an idiot. Okay. Yeah, like I love a movie where everyone's an idiot, and this I don't know if it is the best, but it's up there for like best movies where everyone's an idiot. Just a gaggle of goofs, and they all think they're smart, and they all think they're involved in something important. But just nobody's doing anything of value here at all.
I mean, I thought I was gonna have an issue finding something I disliked about the film, but I do have like one beef with it, besides the fact that I think Chad should be in more of it.
Yeah.
Like kill Chad at the end. Let's keep Chad. I want a little more Brad Pitt. I think they spent a little too much time on the affair between George Clooney and Tilda Swinton's character. Okay. I think that because there's that scene where they're at dinner together and Tilda's talking about leaving John, and Clooney's not really committed to it, but he's like, "Oh yeah, baby, yeah, I love you, baby, yeah." And I just thought, like, you know, we know he's a scumbag. We know he's not going to leave his wife. Like, we don't need.
I just want to. I didn't really mention this. I love how he's cheating on the person he's cheating on his wife with.
Yeah, he's just everyone. Like, fucking everyone.
Incredible.
Just fucking like, if there were like 5 more characters, he would have fucked them all.
Yeah. My like one dislike also is actually related to Tilda Swinton. So it like
go ahead.
It's funny you say that, like you think that like there's too much of that, because I don't think she gets enough to do in this.
Yeah, because she gets the disc, but then after she makes the disc and then it's lost, like
she's
like kind of just.
She's kind of just like, this is my, like, everyone in this movie is a hilarious Looney Tune of a character. And like, she's kind of just mostly a normal, like, I mean, she's like mean, but like, she's just like a normal mean woman. And like this is a movie filled with caricatures of like incredibly stupid people. And like, she doesn't seem that stupid. And like, she's not really funny as a character. She's just like this normal mean lady, and like she only it feels like she exists just like so certain plot points can converge in a way that makes sense. And so it's kind of, and it's like you got Tilda Swinton, and like that's all you're gonna give her.
Yeah, there's a scene near the end where she's at her job, which I didn't realize she was a doctor until that scene.
Yeah.
And she's working with a kid, and she's like telling the mom to like, "Hey, get this kid in line, or I'm gonna kick his ass," basically. And I hear what you're saying, because at that point I was like, why did we do this scene just to give Tilda another thing to do? Because it feels like she disappears once like the divorce becomes a thing.
Yeah, like,
and once Clooney starts fucking with Linda Litsky.
Yeah, like, and she's like only really there to be like, well, yeah, like to remind you that she's still with George Clooney, and so sometimes it's like it's just so the movie reminds you, yeah, they're together. That's why George Clooney's going to Osborne Cox's house at this time. Yeah, they're still together. That's why that's why these events are happening right now. Right. That's why this coincidence is happening. It's like you're using Tilda Swinton as a plot device, which I guess is fine. Like, you can have a character who only exists as a plot device, but if you're gonna have them be Tilda Swinton, give them something, right? Give them a quirk.
Is there another character that George Clooney fucks that isn't in this cast? There is, isn't there? It's like a random woman he meets somewhere, I think.
There's he fucks a random woman just to set up, I think, that he's just like cheating on like Tilda Swinton also.
Yeah. Because
like he goes out on like one date before he then goes on a date with Linda Litsky.
Did they meet through the app?
I think so, yeah.
Man, that man's gonna get caught, man. Playing fast and loose. People in DC talk. Come on, George.
Yeah. Do you have any other dislikes, or can we go back to praising this?
I think we can go back to praising it.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I guess if I was gonna say one other thing, it's like maybe, like the George Clooney's wife in the movie. She does
kind of same thing as Tilda. Like, doesn't have much to do.
She doesn't have much to do, and she has so little to do. She gets that one scene where like she's like in Seattle on her book tour. That's like only really exists to show you that she's also cheating on him. And I feel like you could cut that.
I think I'm glad they do the bit of her on the show, because like, oh yeah, this is a person. This person has a job. This person is actually out in this world living. And then you cut to her dressing room, and I think, is she fucking the anchor?
No, it's I'm pretty sure that's her agent or somebody, but like they never really make it clear. Cause like she just goes back in her dressing room and he's there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it did feel a little weird. Like, she wasn't really a big thing, and then like you could have the divorce papers without that cutaway to like her.
Yeah, like it cuts away to her like right after the scene where he gets his papers from Tuckman Marsh. And I'm like, well, like he got his papers, so we know she's divorcing him. So we're like, good for her. He's cheating on her all the
Right.
time. And so maybe like that's a nice little, well, she got extra comeuppance because she's also cheated on him. But I'm like, I don't think you really need that. Like maybe cut, you can cut that 3 minutes out and I don't know, give it to Tilda Swinton. Give Tilda Swinton 3 more minutes. Give her something.
But also on the back on the positive side, we're talking about stuff that doesn't need to be there and things you can cut. This is a very tight film.
Yes. Toit like a turtle.
Like 96 minutes, you ain't got to cut shit. In fact, if you wanted to, I'd let you add 4 minutes.
Yeah. Give me more Brad Pitt. Give me 4 more minutes of him dancing. We got 2 dance scenes from him. Give us a third. Rule of threes, people.
Look, filmmakers, if you're listening, if any of you making a film, if you're writing it, if you're directing it, if you're in it, if you make something that's under 100 minutes, I'm gonna fucking love it.
Yeah.
Or if I don't love it, I'm not gonna be mad at it because you didn't waste fucking 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. A mediocre 90-minute movie is still at least is close to 3 stars still.
Yeah.
But this is an incredible 90-minute movie.
Is this the shortest Coen Brothers movie?
It's I don't know how long is Intolerable Cruelty?
Let's find out. Let's see here.
I feel like that.
I love that when you go to click on the Coen Brothers names, it grabs both of them instead of just the one.
Yeah, they have
And
they have a shared page.
They don't have their own separate pages. They have to go together.
And
Which one were you asking
and
about?
they tried to break Intolerable
Intolerable
Cruelty.
Cruelty. That one is 100 minutes.
Okay, so this is shorter.
104. I'm running
Oh,
through them. I'm running through
Raised
them
in
right now.
Arizona, 94 minutes, so it's 2 minutes shorter.
Son of a bitch. But that makes sense. Miller's Crossing, no, it's a long one.
Fargo's
tend
only
to,
98 minutes. God damn, these guys are so economical.
if they were giving a class on like, hey, here's how to make a feature film at 90 minutes, I'd be like, yes, please. Take my money.
Big Lebowski's just under 2 hours.
True Grit is 110. I thought True Grit was shorter.
No Country for Old
Lynn
Men is
Davis.
No Country for Old Men is 2 hours and 2 minutes.
It's their long one. Buster Scruggs is their longest, it looks like, at 133 minutes. No, you were the chosen one.
Their longest movie is only 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Still too long.
I mean, like that's pretty good though.
Tragedy of Macbeth. Hey, that was still short, even though they did Shakespeare. Though that was Joel by himself. Yeah, I think Burn After Reading was their last their last movie under 100 minutes.
But still, like even No Country for Old Men only being 2 hours, like that's incredible.
But you know what?
Anybody else made that movie today, it would be like it would be at least 2:45.
Well, and they'd have to over-explain. They'd have to explain how what's his nuts got his bowl haircut. It's the Surf Dracula joke that people like to make, and you'd find out how he got his cattle gun, and he'd never fucking use the cattle gun.
They'd have to devote time to find out what happened to him after the car crash.
Yep. By the way, Drive Away Dolls, which is the second solo film directed by Ethan by himself without Joel, 84 minutes.
Oh, incredible.
He's like, fuck my brother, I'll go shorter.
Okay. Yeah. Couple more ups for this. I love how it's filmed like it is an espionage thriller.
Yeah, all the high stakes of those movies, the fast pace, the phone calls, the Russians are there,
the editing, the far off POV camera shots, the intense music, for like scenes that don't like warrant it at all, like the built-in paranoia, and it's filmed like, yo, this is, something's happening here, and it's just a series of just idiotic misunderstandings that just are so worthless.
I really liked, and we mentioned them earlier, but the J.K. Simmons scenes Like
yes.
the fact that this movie is 96 minutes long and you could still fit in 2 scenes where someone is basically going back through the movie and telling us what has happened up to that point.
I love
Fucking love it.
I love the guy who's explaining things to him. Who also he plays Carl on Succession. I don't know. I don't remember the actor's name.
That David Rash.
Yes. And he's so good at just explaining these things to J.K. Simmons. I love his little ums. He's like, the woman, the gym woman, Linda Litsky, she says that she'll play ball, if we pay for some surgeries, some cosmetic surgeries.
We have her to do what with?
Yeah. Where's she? We have her, sir. We picked her up. We have her. We have her to do what with? How much are the surgeries? Well, there's several surgeries. Pay it.
He hacked into the man, and then
Yeah.
we shot Mr. Cox.
Is he dead? No, sir. Fuck.
He's coma. He's in a coma.
He's in a coma, sir. They don't think he's gonna. Good.
I love that the 2 hard bodies guys that are killed in this movie are like not going to ever be found at any point anywhere.
Yeah, like the CIA is just like, oh, these 2 civilians were killed. Well, no, just get rid of the bodies, because if this comes out, oof, clusterfuck.
That gym is gonna be a complete mess. Like there's only like 1 or 2 guys that still work there. Everyone else is gone. No one's gonna know like Linda Litsky who. Like
let's face it.
It's beautiful. Look at it now.
And let's face it too, right? The 2 best employees were killed, and their bodies were disposed of by the CIA.
There was someone who was looking forward to seeing Chad at Pilates, and
who wouldn't look forward to seeing Chad at Pilates?
Ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
If anything, this film is a critique of the gym, the big gym.
Well,
all those people coaching you up.
Look,
fake.
He is a little vain. You know, when he goes to visit Linda after, you know, he bikes there or whatever, or runs there. He's like, I need some electrolytes. You got any water? She goes, I got tap water. He goes, are you kidding? Like, that's not good enough for him.
So everybody, if you come away with one thing from Burn After Reading, it's that all the people at the gym, very vain. Fake.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is great. I still, till this day, will randomly quote his, like, he's got the final lines of the movie. I still quote that all the time. Ever since I saw this for the first time, I was like, what did we learn? Fuck if I know.
If he were nominated, that would have been the line they played after they read his name.
Yeah. What did we learn, Palmer? I'm not sure, sir. Well, I guess we learned not to do it again. Yes, sir. Fuck if I know what it is we did in the first place.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about the movie is that it's just stupid people doing stupid things, and there really being nothing else to it.
Just stupid people being just absolutely stupid, and the wheels keep on turning. The wheels of stupidity keep on turning.
I think if we can take actually one thing away from Burn After Reading, it's that stupid people do stupid shit, and that's it.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Ted, or who is it? Yeah, Ted. Richard Jenkins, and he's done it in other movies. He just plays a really good fucking loser.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that when he pops up, I'm like, yes, this movie just shot up.
Like every time I watch Step Brothers, I'm like, this guy is such a piece of shit, and I love him.
Yeah. Oh, his T-Rex speech, incredible stuff.
Like, stop being a fucking dinosaur and get a fucking job.
It's
a good movie. It's a good movie.
Great movie. Well, before we give our scores, I'm just gonna, because neither of us have brought it up yet, so I have to do it. George Clooney's dildo chair is such a great gag.
He did not build that for $100. even if we're adjusting for inflation, he did not build that for $100. Bull fucking shit.
That is one of the greatest gag reveals I've seen in a movie ever. It's so perfect. It's such a perfect swerve of this thing that and you see him building it like a few other times, and like it builds up this mystery of like what's he building. He's got it locked up in the basement. It's a big surprise. He's buying all these supplies from Home Depot. You're like, what is this paranoid man building in his basement? And he finally reveals it, and it's a dildo rocking chair. And Linda Litsky just goes, that's fantastic.
He shows that to anyone else, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you? But like, Linda Litsky is so fucking vain that she's like, oh, can I give it a go?
It's almost a double swerve, because it builds up to this reveal of like this big mysterious thing he's building, and then it swerves because it's just a ridiculous dildo chair. And she sees it, and she kind of like she's taken aback, like she gasps and like kind of steps backward, and you're like, oh, she's horrified or whatever. She's like, oh my God. And just this briefest pause of like she's gonna like run out there and be creeped out, and just, that's fantastic. And you're like, oh Linda, you pathetic bitch.
I don't mean to sound like Ted, but I think Linda was fine without the surgeries.
She was.
I think you really have to go out of your way to make me not think Frances McDormand is a beautiful woman.
Yeah. And again, like at the beginning, she's kind of adorable. She's Linda Litsky.
Linda Litsky,
right? But,
she yells at somebody on the phone. She asks for. Is it when her surgeries are all denied by her insurance?
Yes.
I think that's the first time where it's like, oh, you're fucking ugly.
Yeah.
That's like when she cracks, and it's just like, oh, you're just as ugly as you think you are.
All right, what are you scoring this out of 5?
Oh man, it's a 5.
Really?
It's easily a 5. It was automatically a 3 because of the runtime, but it's a 5.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
Ooh.
I think it's almost perfect for what it is, but I'm like, give me a little more Chad. Give Tilda Swinton something. If you give Tilda Swinton one Looney Tunes quirk that can match the other people in this movie, this is a 5 for me. But I'm like, yeah,
I think Tilda's quirk was that she was into John Malkovich's character at any point in her life.
Well, she's just a mean woman. But I'm like, give her like a fun, like all these people are just Looney Tune caricatures of the dumbest types of people. And then she's just like a mean woman. And I'm like, it's like she's from a different movie. Like, almost. Like, in the midst of all these other characters, it's like she's from a different script. And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, she also disappears. Like she disappears pretty. Like in the meat of it all, like I think after that dining scene I mentioned, she's out of the movie for a good 30 minutes at that point.
Yeah, and it's like, and she's Tilda Swinton. Like I'm watching this, going like, she could match these people's like ridiculousness. Why are we not letting her?
You don't leave Tilda on the shelf. You use Tilda.
Yeah. So I'm going 4.5. But I don't know. The more I watch this, the more I like it. So I guarantee you, come back to me in like a year, this will be a 5 probably.
Where do you put it on the dad meter?
Well, it's only 90 minutes, so that's immediately at least a 60%. It's got Brad Pitt and George Clooney, so that bumps it up even more. It's got wacky comedy. Dads love wacky comedies. There's a lot of subtle, like weird lines that a dad will probably end up quoting all the time. Like a dad's gonna watch this, and for the rest of his life, he's gonna be asking people, "What kind of floor is this? Is it pine?"
They were doing that already. They're already doing that
to nobody in particular. Right? Like, this is the type of movie a dad's gonna watch it, and he's gonna be quoting that to people who have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. They've never seen this movie or heard of it, but he's quoting it and chuckling to himself. This is, to me, you're an actual father, but to me, I'm gonna say this is at least a 90% dad.
So I'm gonna differ from you a little bit. I think it comes down to the Coen brothers, and again, every dad's gonna be different. So if you don't agree with the percentages, that's you. That's on you, fathers. But I think the dads trend towards the more serious Coen brother movies as opposed to the funnier ones. Like they still love the funny ones, but they'd rather watch the serious, sad Coens.
Yeah.
And I think some dads will see I think dads will be like you said, they'll be into the Brad Pitt, they'll be into George Clooney. I don't know if dads really like Frances McDormand a lot. I don't know if there's I don't know if a dad sees Frances McDormand as I have to stop and watch this film.
I mean,
Now,
probably not.
that being said,
I don't think she's gonna lower it for them though.
No, she won't lower it.
Like a Jared Leto would make a dad be like, maybe I'll change the channel, but she's not gonna make them stop. She's not gonna make them put the remote down, but she's not gonna make them
just because
leave.
I think between dads wanting sad Coen brothers more than the happy ones, and then also I think with Frances McDormand not being dad central, I'm gonna give it a 75 on the dad meter.
Okay, so let's just round it out to an 83.
There we go.
All right, it's an 83% dad certified.
It's a lot of math. That's a lot of quick math.
Yeah, I don't know if that averages out to 83, but let's just say it does.
It does. Hey, put it on the chart.
Yeah. Put it on the chart of dates and numbers and dates.
We have those, I guess. I assume.
All right.
Do we want to do our new segment?
Yes, we do want to do our new segment, which is called the Negative Nancy's of the Week.
That's a way better name than what we had last time.
Yeah. I like the spirit of what we had last time of we're not mad, we're just disappointed, but this flows off the tongue much better. So in this segment, we will read to you a IMDb goof or continuity error that somebody took time out of their day. First of all, they watched this movie, and this was the thought that popped into their head. That's a goof or continuity error. And then took time out of their day to post about it on IMDb. And we think they're negative Nancy's for doing such things because who watches movies that way? My God, just silly nitpicks. Idiotic nitpicks.
Silly little people that should just have spent that time either rewatching this movie or watching another movie.
Yeah, if you watch a movie and are like, oh my God, his glass was full, and now it looks like someone took a few sips. Now, gotta put that on IMDb.
I don't think those guys realize how the passing of time works in a movie.
Yeah, go learn some joy, okay? That's not how a normal person should watch a movie. Anyway, do you want to start or shall I?
I'll start. And so my least favorite thing about this is that we don't get a name attached to whoever did this. So they're out there lurking. It could be any of us. So be careful out there, everybody. I have an error in geography. This has 17 helpful thumbs up, and I just thumbed down it again, and it has 18. So there's more dislikes now. So thank goodness.
Good.
But this error in geography reads, Chad and Linda enjoy a Jamba Juice together. There are no Jamba Juice stores within 50 miles of Washington, D.C. And while we don't know time-wise when a Jamba Juice opened in the area, multiple people on Twitter have said, guys, there's actually a Jamba Juice in town or 20 minutes that way. So, hey, IMDb negative Nancy, not only do you suck, but you're wrong.
Yeah, all right. Here's mine. This one has 27 upvotes, okay? 27 people read this and found it helpful, and that pisses me the fuck off. When Osborne returns home after being served for divorce, he tries to enter his home with a car key, not a house key.
I just gave it a thumbs down for you.
Thank you. First of all, they don't really zoom in on the keys, so to even notice something like this, you have to be a real sicko.
And the character's probably obviously drunk.
Yeah.
So if it was a case that happened, that there's a character reason for it that's been already explained throughout the movie. This man is a fucking drunk, and what do drunks do? Use the wrong fucking key to open the wrong fucking lock. I don't think she'd change the lock, but god damn, fuck.
I don't know what pisses me off more, that somebody took the time to be like, I gotta get this on IMDb, or the fact that 27 people were like, yep, thanks.
This is why
Ridiculous.
they did away with the IMDb message boards, and I'm happy about it.
Oh,
Good.
God. Okay. Well, let's lighten the mood with some dad jokes.
Go wither away on some subreddit about movies.
Oh, God. Our true cinema.
No. No, not that one. Not that one. Please, no.
Let's lighten the mood with some dad jokes.
You go.
All right.
I'm still coming down from our real cinema.
All right. If you're new to the show, go back and watch the other episodes. What are you doing? But we always end off with a dad joke that is somehow related to the film we watched. So here we go. I entered a bike making contest recently. It was really tough, but I managed to squeak out a Schwinn.
You think that's a Schwinn?
You think that's a Schwinn? Oh, that's an all-time line read. Okay, what do you got?
I wrote "stupid is as stupid does," but I think that's more of an idiom or
That
a
is-
saying. I don't know.
That is more of a saying.
I also this one I'm not too particularly proud of, but I wrote Osborne Cox after reading. That's this movie was so funny that I was like, anything I write is gonna be lower tier
Osborne Cox?
after reading.
Is this Osborne Cox?
After reading.
Yes, this is Osborne Cox. Who the fuck are you? I am just a good Samaritan, a traveler on the road.
I'm sorry, I didn't write better jokes.
That's okay. Oh, that phone call is incredible.
It's cinema.
I never do this. Before we started, I thought maybe I'll put in like clips from the movie in the episodes. And I was like, that's a lot of work. I'm not going to do that. But maybe just for this episode, I'm going to put in that phone call.
Do it. Do the phone call.
I'm putting in the ransom phone call.
Do it right here or at the. I'm giving you spots where you can play it in, and then you can edit it or you can keep. Do it here.
I'm definitely doing it
Do it
here.
here.
Maybe I'll do it at the beginning also. Maybe I'll do it both. You're getting the phone call twice.
Osborne Cox.
Who is this?
Is this Osborne Cox?
Who is this? What time is it? Who are you?
I'm a good Samaritan. I'm sorry I'm calling at such an hour, but I thought you might be worried
Worried?
about the security of your shit.
What on earth are you talking about? Who am I speaking to?
Your files, the documents. I know these documents are sensitive, but I am perfectly willing to give back to you your sensitive shit. You know, at a time of your choosing.
What documents are you talking?
Osborne Cox?
Yes, this is...
Hello, it's Osborne Cox. Who the fuck are you?
What documents are you talking about?
Okay. The bureau chief in Belgrade, we all call Slovak the Butcher. He had very little rapport with his staff and his dispatches.
Rapport.
Very little rapport with his staff. Fucking moron.
How did you get this? Who the
Don't
fuck
blow a
are you?
gasket, Osborne.
Listen,
We have.
you are
It's
in
not important
way
where.
over your fucking head. I don't know
Who the fuck you are, but you have no idea what you're doing.
Oh, why so uptight, Osborne Cox? I'm just a good Samaritan, a traveler on the
Tell
road.
him we're going to give him back. We just thought that he would like to maybe know. And tell him about that good Samaritan tax.
Who is that? Hello?
Don't tell him he's inconveniencing us.
Hello? Who the fuck is this?
You know, this is a major inconvenience for us, and we just thought a reward.
So it's money. So it's money. You want
Well,
money? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Listen to me.
Am I out of line here?
Listen to me.
You two clowns. Listen to me very, very carefully. You have no idea what you're doing. And I warn you.
You warn us. You warn us?
Yes.
You warn us? Let me tell you something, Mr. Intelligence.
Let me-
We warn you.
Listen.
We will call you back with our
On.
demands.
Cut. Hello?
Chad.
Listen.
No, Chad, don't play his game.
Explain how this will
Sorry.
work.
Hey, are you ready? I'm gonna do the soundbite this time. Are you ready to spin that wheel? Spin that wheel. I did
Yeah.
it differently that time.
Yeah. Well, we're spinning the wheel. It's time.
Do it.
Time to spin the wheel, see what we're watching for next episode, which means you people can also watch in preparation. As always, we don't have you can't hear the wheel, like the wheel's not being recorded, so I will do the wheel sound effect.
Do you have something on the wheel that you want? Oh,
All right, ask me that question again, and I will answer it now that I know the winner of the wheel.
do you have something on that wheel that you wanted to watch?
I did. I mean, everything on the wheel I want to watch, but I think I really wanted the wheel to land. I mean, I'm glad it landed on what it did because it's a good movie, but I really want I haven't seen.
What did you want and what did we get?
Okay, what would you have liked it to land on? Let me ask you that.
I would have been okay with A Quiet Place. I'm trying to remember what else is on that wheel. I don't have it in front of me.
All right, I'll tell you. Aliens, Ricky Stenicki, Field of Dreams, Men, Crimson Tide, Con Air, A Quiet Place, Civil War, Hitman, and It Follows.
I would have been okay with It Follows or Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah, I would have been. I was kind of hoping for one I haven't seen before, so like I would have been good with like A Quiet Place or Field of Dreams. But what we got is Civil
killing me.
War.
Civil War. Hey, that's streaming, I think.
I do believe it is streaming now. Yes, I saw this in theaters when it came out this year. Yes, it's on. Well,
Streaming.
it's on Prime for no. It's on Prime for you.
Looks like it's on Max and Hulu here.
Uh,
I just got kicked off my mother-in-law's Max because they're doing. I guess they're doing the password thing. So I guess I'm watching it on Hulu. But you know what? It's under 2 hours.
It is, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it's 109 minutes.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm driving up to Chicago here in a few days, so I might watch it either on the road or at a friend's house. Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
But a more serious movie, though, especially as we're heading into into a heated election here in the States.
yeah, it is a more serious. I saw this in theaters. Really good movie. Spoiler alert for if you're like, what are they gonna think of this one? Spoiler alert. I like it, but I guess we'll find out if Nick likes it.
I've talked to enough people about it, like they've told me, but they've liked it, that I'm like, and they're people that I generally trust, like when they're like, oh, you'll like it, like, so I think I will like it, but we'll see.
I liked it enough that after I saw it and I was reading people's like bad faith critiques of it, it pissed me off.
I always love that when a person, I feel like a lot of the people who hate it, like, let their politics creep into it, into their opinion in the film. They're like,
Yeah. Like there are movies that I like, and if I hear someone, I'll be like, okay, whatever. Like it's a good movie, and you're an idiot. But like this movie, like I liked it enough that after I saw it and I saw those like takes where it's like it doesn't explicitly, do this or whatever. And I'm like, you're a fucking moron.
It doesn't pick sides. It's basically there are people that are mad that the movie doesn't pick sides.
Yeah,
And
but
I've come from the mindset, and I used to be the same way, because I remember as a younger man I would get mad when it felt like a South Park episode wasn't picking a side. But now that I'm older, I'm like, no, like what the fuck does anything picking a side gonna fix?
yeah.
Like,
and also like if you actually watch the movie and are a smart enough person to like watch a movie and like kind of know things about it, like you'll know that like it like enough details are given like that you're like, okay, there's clearly one side that's like like the bad guys who are the worst side, but like also it's not about that anyway. Like it's not about the sides, so like what does it matter? But like, and these people were like mad that it didn't pick a side. So you're just willfully ignoring what the movie's actually about, and I'm like, you fucking morons.
If you're mad at Alex Garland about Civil War, just go watch Man or Men or whatever it's called. And
Yeah.
then you can probably have a better reason to be mad at Alex Garland.
Yeah, if like you're, oh, Civil War doesn't pick a side, and I'm like, okay, then either you didn't watch it or you're stupid. Like that's my opinion. I'm very much a, movies are subjective, whatever. But like this movie in particular, if you're one of those, oh, this movie it's bad, didn't pick a side, it's a fence-sitting movie. I'm like, okay, then either you didn't watch it or you're stupid.
It's one of those. It sounds like it's one of those movies where it's good to test which of your friends are morons.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. I might have to watch this repeatedly with numerous friends just to see. Just to see.
It's a good litmus test.
I can't wait to watch it. And it's streaming, so hey,
Yeah.
if you guys want to watch it before the next episode, you now have that option.
Look at this. This looks like it's been our longest episode so far. That's how you know it was a good movie.
It was the longest episode for the shortest movie we've probably covered.
This episode's longer than our double feature episode.
Wait, hold on. How long is Breakdown? Do you remember? I'm gonna look it up.
Breakdown was like exactly 90.
It doesn't say on Google for some reason. I'll pull up the IMDb, which doesn't say because I should be looking on the Wikipedia. Wikipedia's got all the answers.
Oh, never mind.
Wiki.
Our double feature was longer. I thought it was shorter.
Yeah, runtime of Breakdown was 93, so it beats Burn After Reading by just a few minutes.
All right, never mind. I was wrong. Our double feature episode was an hour 42.
What are we at? We're at like an hour and some change.
We're at an hour 20.
I've heard podcasts that I've heard a rumor that podcasts that talk about their runtimes, not good podcasts. So we should probably end the show.
Yeah. Where can they follow you?
Yeah. Hey everyone, you can find me at X the Everything app at that Kaufman. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Nick Fat Knight, and I write periodically over at Hard Drive Magazine, so go check those out. Matt, where can folks find you?
You can find me on X the Everything app at Real Fresh. You can find me on Twitch at Real Fresh, and you can find me on YouTube pissing off gamers who are too stupid to understand satire at Rongo Pro.
I did love those stupid gamers getting mad.
Yeah. Ridiculous. If you're a smart person who understands when someone's being satirical, go over and check out my YouTube. If you don't, then forget about it. Just leave me alone.
Just turn off the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what you can do.
Yeah.
You don't need to be here anymore.
No.
Hey, your video, it's still I know we're ending the show, but it's still popping off. I'm going to go read some of these comments.
I don't think there hasn't been any new comments. I don't think. The last two comments were smart people who were like, well, this is satire. Good work. I was like, finally, a smart person.
Are those your bots?
Those are not my bots. I don't
This
have
was stupid
bots.
as hell, and it's a picture of Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Oh, are we still recording?
Yeah. Should I end the show?
Oh shit! Yeah, get out of here. Go on, get home, you scaps.
All right. Good episode. What did we learn? I don't know.
I don't know.
Guess we learned not to do it again.
Whatever the fuck that is.